and gals. Well, I'm going to do a full tour of my collection, meaning all of my tarantulas, arachnid, scorpions, centipedes, and all of my reptiles. I'm going to start with the reptiles because I don't have as many, and I'm going to, well, if I can get into the cage, I'll get into the cage. I might take a couple of them out and just show you them on my hand per se. Excuse me. As far as the tarantulas go, I'm just going to bring their enclosures down, the ones that I can, and we're going to take the lid off and we're going to see them. Some of them we may not see because they could be hiding, like some of the OPTs and whatnot, or some Apoas species or genus. They might not be, they might not be out. So I will just show you briefly their enclosure. That way you get to see everything, whether it's an enclosure or the animals. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoy the video. I'm not going to spend too long on each animal because I have 80 some odd tarantulas and, I don't know, maybe 10 or 12 reptiles. So try to keep this to a minimum if possible. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoy this, and I'm just going to flip this camera. I'm not going to do this in any like alphabetical order or anything like that. I'm just going to start on the opposite side of the room. I'm just going to pan it or scan it, whichever it is, and show you guys where we're going to go from. Alright, so we're going to start with the reptiles. This is mainly reptiles over here. I got some over here, up here, and once we get through the reptiles, I'm going to start on this wall, guys. This is some of my slings, and there's a centipede and whatnot up there as well, and what do you call those things? Assassin bugs. Then we're going to go to this wall over here. This is my Apoas genus, also my pokies and a few other things, and then we're going to hit the big wall here, which is all my teas, and also down here I have some larger teas as well. So anyways, guys, we'll get on with this, and I'll see you in 2 seconds. Alright, we're going to start off with Binks. He's our red iguana. He's probably the nastiest thing I own. He's just very skittish, and he likes to tail whip. He's fine as long as I don't open the front of his enclosure. As soon as I do, he gets all defensive. See his dewlap out there, and his tail is caught and ready to whip. Anyways, guys, let's look at Binks. Let's move on to the next. This is Scally, bearded dragon. She's somewhat of a rescue. She still has metabolic bone disease. She didn't get the proper lighting and probably not the proper amount of calcium as well. But she is a sweetheart. She is the friendliest little lizard. All beardies are great. But she's doing well. She likes to come out. She scampers around. I had to take a lot of her cage furniture out because her mobility is not all that great, and she just bounces into things and knocks them over. So it just gives her a little more room to move, and she's fine like that. On to the next, guys. This is my little western hognose snake. I got him 2.5 months ago. I finally just got him to eat about 3 days ago, actually. I've tried him on everything. I even tried him on a live pinky. I tried scented pinkies with what did I try? Salmon, even shrimp. I even split the pinky's head open. That's the way they can sense the brain better. And I tried him on a bit of trout. Not trout, but I rubbed the pinky on a fresh trout, the slime on the trout, and he took it right away. So that's the way I'm going to have to go with him. He's in a fairly small enclosure right now. I mean, he's fine. But until I got him eaten, I didn't want to give him too much room. So he'll be getting rehoused soon. On to the next. Alright, this is Jabba, our pixie frog, or African bullfrog. Guys, look how big he's getting. Let's see if I can pick him up for you. I had to put rocks in the bottom of this when I first got him because I was afraid he couldn't get out of it. Now he takes up the whole bowl, so he's going to have to get a new swimming area. But that's him. He's doing awesome and eating like a champ. On to the next, guys. Alright, this is Bubba, our albino Pac-Man frog, and looks like he's got some strawberry in him. I'm pretty sure this is a male. Jabba, the pixie is a for sure. The pixie frog is a for sure male. He's got lots of yellow underneath him, and he's croaking. So This one I'm not sure. I'm thinking it could be a male, but I'm not 100%. That's him in his enclosure, happy as can be. On to the next. This is the enclosure to my albino red-tailed boa. Just got her just over 2 months ago as well. I just rehoused her into here. I had this other tank and I decided I was going to use it for her. Because boas are arboreal at times, and as you can see, she's loving it up there. I just gave her a nice spray down too. They enjoy the high humidity as well. She's doing absolutely amazing. This is a great snake. She's not head shy. Very, 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 very placid, which is nice. Alright guys, on to the next. Alright, this is the enclosure to my male normal ball python. This is the one I got from a friend. There he is there, looking absolutely beautiful. He just shed a few days back. And that's twice in 1 month that he shed for me, which is really nice because he's a little underweight. So he's eating mice, frozen thawed, so I give him 2 or 3 of those a week just to get him going again. But he's looking great, great temperament, and a great eater. On to the next guys. Alright, this is Mary, crested gecko. She's a great little lizard. The only problem with these guys is you don't see them. I just had to sort of kind of pull her out there for you guys. But she's great. Doing really well. Very, very easy to care for. But like I said, my only problem with these, not problem, is they're, you know, they're always hiding. But that's fine. So it makes you appreciate them a little bit more once they do come out. But she's gorgeous. Very nice. Alright guys, on to the next. Alright guys, this is one we're not going to be able to, probably not be able to see. I might be it up there. And just up in the corner there, it's a little green animal. In a nice little 10-gallon setup. Like sitting there, I very rarely see it, but that's okay. He or she's happy in there. Got a nice little setup for it. Alright, there it is up in the top corner there. I don't take the lid off because he's so fast. And he'll probably get out. Anyways guys, on to the next. Hey guys, right there is my granite back reticulated python. As soon as I open this cage, she's like popped her head up like, dinner time. But she's staying there, which is nice. Great snake, very friendly. Just has a crazy feeding response. Once you snap her out of that feed mode, you know, I get her to turn around and then I grab her mid-body and I bring her out and she's just a sweetheart. Anyways guys, that's a look at her. On to the next. Alright, last but certainly not least is my male veiled chameleon. That's Chico. Always on the go. I think he's looking for a girlfriend. Here he comes. Come say hi, buddy. He's going down. Beautiful chameleon. Eats well. Very active. He gets shy once in a while, but he's pretty cool. Those eyes. One eye looking for you. One eye looking at you. Anyways, guys, that's him in his Repti Breeze Zoom Ed. It's a huge, it's 4 feet by 2 feet by 2 feet. Pretty large. So he's got a lot of room to wander around in. There he is, he's just gorgeous. Alright guys, I believe that's it for the reptiles. Now let's go on to the arachnids. Alright, first one is Grammostola rosea. This is a confirmed male. He's feisty. This is the one I got off Chantel. I got 3 males, confirmed males off of her, and this is one of them. Great little T, very feisty, starting to do a lot of webbing, which is nice. Eating well as well. Alright guys, on to the next. Alright, and this enclosure is Nandu chromatus, Brazilian red and white. This is also a confirmed male. He's very, very skittish. And I think he might be in pre-molt. He started to block off his burrow there, so I'm not going to bug him. But this is also another one I got off Chantel, and he's doing great. On to the next. Alright, this is the enclosure to my Haplopalma alvo striatum, Thai zebra. This is a pet hole. He or she has closed off its burrow right there, so it's probably in pre-molt, so I just sprayed its enclosure down a little bit. It looks really wet, guys, but it's actually quite dry down there. So this one we don't see very often because It's very hard to get it to eat on video. So when I see it the hole open, I'll just drop something down there and I'll see it snag it. But anyways, it's doing fine. On to the next. And this is the enclosure to my H. Pokerpeas Golden Blue Leg Baboon number 2. I believe you guys may have seen this one. Oh, there's a foot right there. There it is there. May have seen this one on my last feeding video. It did snag. I believe it was a small super worm. But yeah, he's doing just fine. Actually, I seen him out, I think it was earlier today. He was out and about, but very skittish, but that's fine. Hopefully he'll settle down as it gets bigger. On to the next. Deja vu, this is H. Pokerpeas number 1. This one also was out earlier today. It's got its burrow under there. They're both doing fine. Their abdomens are nice and plump. Looks like they both molted probably within the last couple of weeks. So they're doing great. Can't wait for these guys to get bigger. Anyways, guys, on to the next. Okay, this is the enclosure to my mature male NNC, Trinidad Olive. This one hooked out about maybe about 2 months ago. I do have some other NNCs, but this one was a lot younger. I can't believe he matured out in like 6 months. I guess I was feeding too much, but I haven't seen him eat since he hooked out, and I seen him out earlier today. Oh, there goes my light. I seen him out earlier today, and looking a little thin, so I just threw that worm in there. Hopefully he grabs it. Anyways, guys, on to the next. We're gonna get to some teas that we can actually see. It's just these little guys up here are always hiding. On to the next. All right, this is the enclosures to my Lampa Palma Nigerians 1 and 2. There's one down there, very hard to see, just little guys, and the other one, I think we might be able to see it right there. Focus. There we go. Anyways, these are great little teas, guys, but we don't see a lot of them either because they're very reclusive. You can see them a little bit there. But yeah, this is going to be a lot of tarantulas, guys, on my feeding videos. A lot of these you don't see because they don't all eat, so I don't upload them. This will give you a chance to see my full collection. On to the next. This is the enclosure to my assassin bugs. I have 4 adults. I have some eggs, but nothing's happening with them yet. I was told they take up to 3 months to hatch, and I'm probably at 2.5 months. So I think Erie Arachnids, he hatched some out. But Dave, if you remember how long it takes those things to hatch out, let me know. Okay, buddy? That's if even if you see this. Anyways, guys, they're great. A lot of fun. Hopefully they hatch out because I'd like to get some more. And I promised a few people some as well. On to the next, guys. Alright, guys, this is the enclosure to my P. Murinus number 1 OBT. There's a molt there. This is one of the ones I can't get the lid off because it has it all webbed up. As you can see there. My light went out, sorry guys. But yeah, he sits there or comes out over here, he or she. Kind of cool. But anyways, guys, let's look at him or her's enclosure. Don't worry, guys, we're getting to the teas that we're going to see. We're almost on this little wall here. On to the next. Alright, this is Grammostola rosea, Chilean rose, red color form. This is a confirmed female. She's only about, I don't know, 2.5, 3 inches. But I do have a male, so they're both about the same size, so hopefully down the road we'll be able to breed these guys. Long way down the road. Alright, guys, on to the next. This is the enclosure to my Scolopendra alternans, Haitian giant centipede. This one we never see, guys. I might see it every 6 months or so. I seen it a couple days ago. It was out and about, looking great. Very, very skittish, not like my subspinibes. And I never see it eat. I just throw some roaches and what have you in there, and he gets them at his leisure. So maybe, actually I noticed a little bit of mold coming under the water dish there. So I'm going to have to do a rehouse, so maybe I'll do a video of that so you guys will get a look at them. On to the next. Okay, this is one of my 2 tarantulas, scorpions I have in my collection. This is my flat rock scorpion. I will butcher the scientific name because I'm not all into scorpions, even though I do love them. I would like a few more types, but this is a great little scorpion. Goes down here and hides under his rock. You can see under there. Sorry about the glare. But yeah, he's pretty content in there. Anyways, guys, we'll move on to the next. Okay, way down there is my tiny little Acanthoscurria geniculata sling. That's number 2. And there's number 3. You can just see his abdomen, I believe, right there. Both doing well. They've both molted in my care since I got them, and I believe, well, at least this one is looking like it's ready to molt again. This one probably could use a feeding, but as you see, abdomen is nice and plump. On to the next. Alright, this is the enclosure to my Carabina versicolor. He or she is right down there, very hard to see. I took the bottom off, hopefully. I was hoping we get a look at her, or him, hopefully at her. You can see her in this little bit of a web there. There she is there. Yeah, she's doing great in her new enclosure, guys. We'll move on to the next. These are the enclosures to non-dew chromatus, Brazilian red and white. Tiny slings, you can see some legs. Sorry about the blurriness. Well, that's the behind of the abdomen. There's a little molt there. And this one's scurried down as well. Not sure where it is, but I did see it. But here she's in there, doing fine. We'll move on to the next, guys. This is Pamphibedius McCullough, purple starburst. This is a confirmed female, and she's probably a good 6.5, maybe 7 inches. I just topped up her water. I'm topping everybody's water up as I go because everybody's coming down anyways. She just lunged at the water. Anyway, she's doing great, guys. You guys have all seen her in the feeding videos. She's doing good. There's her enclosure. Looks like a lot of them might need a bit of a rehouse, but fun. Alright, guys, on to the next. Alright, way down there is Semipulse Poultry, Panama Blonde number 1. And down there we got a molt that just molted a few days ago. Very cool. I got a lot of tarantulas molting lately, guys, which is nice. Yeah, here she is. This one is unconfirmed male, or not a sex P. Let's just say, yeah, we can't see it. It has done a lot of webbing in here. It's probably going to need a rehouse sooner than later. There's its molt down there. Successful molt. And this one's going to need a feed probably within the week anyways, because I noticed just yesterday or the day before this again molted. On to the next. Alright, this is Semipulse Poultry Panama Blonde number 2. I believe it's number 2. The last one was number 1. Yeah, this is number 2. Anyways, guys, this one also molted. I'm not sure what its molt is. It's down there somewhere, but I did see it, and I think they molted within a day of each other, so that's kind of cool. I'm kind of hoping for male and female. It looks like its molt is right behind it there. See it all mashed up. Looks like it's got legs coming out everywhere, but that's its molt. Yeah, he or she's doing great, guys. On to the next. Okay, this is Heteroscoldra macellata, Togo Starburst number 2. Cannot believe this thing. I just lifted up the enclosure, brought it down, didn't even move. And I truly believe it has a lot to do with their web. They feel so secure on their web. And I mean, it can bolt, but they tend to feel quite secure on their own web. So that's kind of cool. And this one's been doing really well in the feeding videos as well. Stunning tea, old world, very fast, and quite potent venom. Anyways, guys, there's a good look at this one. So we're getting into the nice teas now, the bigger ones. So sorry for the beginning. I know it was kind of slow going, but we have to do them all. So we did the little ones first. Now we're getting on to the bigger ones. On to the next. All right, this is the enclosure to Semipulse Armenia Venezuelan Sun Tiger number 1. Can't see her, him or her. This is unsexed. Down there somewhere. I seen it a minute ago. You can just barely see a leg down there. Little Nike swooshes. But yeah, doing well, guys. Molted not too long ago. But again, you know, it's a shame they do all this webbing, but the enclosure starts getting funky and it's hard to clean, so you almost have to totally redo it. I don't know what's down there. I think it's abdomen. Yep. But doing well, guys. On to the next. Alright, these are not tarantulas. These are my huge, let's see if I can get them around. These are my jungle roaches. I think they're called Discoides. There's one there. You can see there's my finger. Very, very large. Very, very skittish. I mean, all roaches are skittish, but these guys are super, super fast. I have these, and I also have the dubias, but the dubias I use for food. I have a breeding colony, and I also have a whole bunch of feeders. These guys I just like, and I have, I think, 20 babies. I want to rear them up and do a nice display tank. These guys are just in here for now for breeding purposes, but they're doing fine. Anyways, guys, on to the next. Okay, this is the enclosure to Samopos arminia, Venezuelan sun tiger, number 3. He's in there. He's living his little hole. He was just out, but he just darted. There's his butt there. As you can see, he's nice and plump. This is also one of the males I got up of Chantel. So Chantel, he's doing great. Looks like he's going to be coming up to a molt very soon, and that's cool. Anyways, guys, we'll move on to the next. Guys, this is Poecilotheria ornata, fringed ornamental number 2, unsexed. Fringed ornamental. This thing's ready to go, so I'm somewhat in tight quarters here. As you can see, he's, you know, good size there in this enclosure. So we're just going to take a quick blue at him. Generally, if I'm feeding, I'm a little more at ease with these guys because they're occupied with food. But anyways, that's a look at him. We'll move on to the next. This is the enclosure to Poecilotheria ornata number 1. Fringed ornamental. As you can see, this is one that always runs and hides. He or she is right there. Doing very well though. There's a little hidey hole there. Look, he's backing up the bus. I don't know what that is on the enclosure there. It looks like it's a yellow stain. Maybe it's poop. Anyways, guys, these guys are also, I just rehoused these guys probably a month and a half ago. They're already needing a new or a bigger enclosure. Anyways, guys, on to the next. Well, I can't believe it didn't bolt. He stayed there the whole time. This is, or he or she, this is Poecilotheria metallica, Goody Sapphire ornamental. I only have one of these. I'm hoping to get some more. There goes my light, just on the most beautiful tee of all. Anyways, guys, he or she is doing great and looking a little plump, so maybe molting in the near future. Anyways, guys, we'll move on to the next. I'm sure you guys are sick of hearing that every 30 seconds. On to the next. This is the enclosure to Samopos arminia, Venezuelan sun tiger number 1. This one has also blocked itself off. Well, actually, it has molted. There's this molt down there on the right. Sorry, it's hard to see, guys, but I can't do any better than this with these enclosures when they're all webbed up. But got a really nice little web sock there, I guess, or tube web, whatever you want to call it. But he or she's doing great. On to the next. This is Poecilotheria, excuse me, Miranda, Bengal ornamental. This thing is very, very skittish. Well, all pokies are, but this thing is especially skittish, as you can see there. Darting everywhere. Very shy. One of my shyest pokies. But he or she's finally starting to put some size on, as you can see. Starting to look like a pokey instead of a little tiny sling. But he or she is doing great. On to the next, guys. Guys, there's my huntsman spider. He or she is getting very large. And again, I apologize. I need to rehouse this thing. There, he or she goes there. Super, super fast. I don't want to leave the lid off too long because these things teleport. They're like double the speed of a pokey. Super, super fast. Anyways, guys, I really need to rehouse this. It's disgusting. I'm going to put it in critter keeper like that. I do have an extra one. I just got to dig it out, clean it up, put some substrate in it, and get some cage furniture for it. Anyways, guys, on to the next. This is my beautiful little Gramistola pulchra, Brazilian black. This is an unsexed tarantula. It's probably about 2.5, 3 inches, but as you can see already, he's got those stunning black velvet colors. He or she always throwing his butt up in the air. Look at it. Always throwing his butt up. Anyways, guys, that's a look at him or her, and we'll move on. Alright, this is Brachypalma albiceps, Mexican golden red rump. This is just a little, I guess he's going in the juvie stage. Unsexed. If I don't say what it is, guys, then I don't know what it is. If I know it's a male, I'll say it's a male. If I know it's a female, I'll say it's a female. If I don't say anything, it's unsexed. But anyways, as I look at this little guy, he's been in pre-molt for quite some time. But I can't wait for this tarantula to get bigger. This is one of my favorite little teas. They're just so gorgeous. But anyways, guys, we'll move on. This is my pet enclosure. Kidding. This is the enclosure to my P. muticus, my king baboon. He or she is right down there, doing well. Just took off. The nice thing is, we just do this. And there she is. He or she. She's dug out pretty much all underneath here, which is very, very cool. So even though you don't get to see it up here, you can have a little view through the window here. But yeah, looking great. You can see the abdomen is nice and plump, so you know it's doing well. I find, not to say they're challenging, but I worry about this tarantula the most because I never see it. And it's not that you don't see the tarantulas, like, you know, like burrowers. It's just that this thing always covers its hole up, so you don't know if it's in pre-molt or not. So the nice thing is I can check in through the window here and see how its abdomen is looking. And even if I dig the hole out, you can see here. I don't spend a bit of time on this one, guys, but you don't see it much. This is where it comes up. Sometimes it'll uncover that hole, and then the next day it'll bury it up again. So I don't know if it's coming up for a drink and going back down again. But I think it was Tom Moran was saying probably a year or so ago, he did a video on it. It was very informative, but you know, I think it was in his earlier years, but he got there in pre-molt and they starved. They weren't eating. So you got to keep an eye on them when they're covering up their holes. It doesn't mean that they're in pre-molt. That's just what they do. And I think in the wild they're probably eating stuff that live under the ground, so they don't really need to surface for much. So we got to make sure we get them their food and take care of them. All right, guys, on to the next. Guys, this is the enclosure to my African black trapdoor. And to be honest with you, I'm a little concerned. I don't like how it's looking right there. In the feeding video, it was very, very lethargic. It did eat for me about 2 weeks ago, maybe a week or prior to the feeding video, or before. I guess that's prior. But I'm going to give him a little bit of a poke, and hopefully... No, he's okay. He's moving. Sorry, guys. I had to pay attention to this thing. It's super fast. I don't know. He's been sitting like that for, I guess, a week and a half now. But he moved, so he or she. But this is one we don't see much of either. But anyways, guys, I'll check on him a little bit later and just make sure he's okay. On to the next. Alright, guys, it's hard to get an angle on this one, but this is Summer-Post Cambridgei, Trinidad Chevron number 3, I believe, maybe 4. But this is my mature male that hooked out probably about 3 months ago. Maybe not quite that long ago, but there he is there. I have paired him with 2 females. Mature females, obviously, and they had just molted, so I think they were successful, but time will tell. Anyways, guys, there's a look at the boy. On to the next. Okay, that's the enclosure to my Scolopendra subspinids, aka Vietnamese centipede. This thing is a beast. It's about 8 inches, always out, which is very nice. This is why I really enjoy this centipede. Very rarely burrows, but there's a look at him or her. I don't want to get too close, but it's beautiful, beautiful pede. His antennae just going twitching. Very cool. Anyways, guys, there's a look at him and his enclosure. All blurry. On to the next. Guys, this is my acrylic enclosure, more or less a display case. I have a few nice teas in here. This is Summer-Post Cambridgei, Trinidad Chevron number 1. This is a female. She's been in pre-molt for like two months now, and it's kind of worrying me a little bit. She's off her food, which is fine, but I don't like her in pre-molt that long. Generally, they don't stay in it that long. But I mean, she's still active. She does spend a lot of time down here, sometimes in the back there. But time will tell. She's actually my favorite Cambridgei. So, anyways, guys, I'm just gonna back these out and slowly bring these over here. This is the crazy enclosure to my Heteroscolder macellata, Togo starburst number 1. See, it's very hard for me to get in here. I'm gonna flip the camera, guys. I can't get in there. You can just see a leg right in the center of the screen there. There's its legs. He or she's doing great. Don't get to see it very often. Sorry guys, I'm getting dizzy. Trying to do this all in one. And over here is my Buclothera regalis, Indian ornamental. He or she is down on the bottom there. I think he's getting ready to molt. He's put all this substrate there and blocked off a lot of that behind that wood. He or she's doing great though. Anyways guys, there's a look at that. I gotta close the doors, but I really like this enclosure. Anyways guys, on to the next. Alright, this is the enclosure to one of my Summerpost Cambridge Eye slings. I have 3. I call them Curly Larium Mo. It's got a molt down there I gotta get out. He or she, I just sprayed him down too guys. There he is right there. He or she. Looking great, looking very leggy mind you. But yeah, that's one of my little slings. What I'm going to do guys for the next few, I'm just going to bring up the sling containers because there's 2 more of these and I think 2 or 3 OBTs. That way we'll get them out of the way. And I can't open the lids anyways because they webbed up the top. Anyways, on to the next. Alright, actually guys, this one is, I can get the lid off. This is Brachypelma obopulosum during curly hair. This one is definitely going into pre-molt. Doesn't take much for these guys. I feed them a roach and then before you know it, the slings are wanting to molt again. But anyways, he or she's doing great and definitely needs a rehouse actually. Oops, sorry guys, that's what that cage is for. I already have it set up, but I just got to get him or her over to it. Oh, he moved or she moved. He or she. Anyways guys, on to the next. Guys, this is Summerpost Cambridge Eye Trinidad Chevron sling number, I don't know, number 2 or number 3. I didn't number them, I just named them. Curly Larium O. They have quite a bit of web up top, so I'm not going to take the lids off. And the other one is right there. These guys are going to need a rehouse soon too. But yeah, looking great. Love my Summerpost Cambridge Eyes. There goes my light, guys. Anyways, guys, we'll move on to the next. Alright guys, these are my OBT slings. This is OBT 6, 7, and 8. They've all molted recently. You can see some legs poking out there. This one is nowhere to be seen. Actually, he was down here. There he is there. This one got all angry at me. But anyways, they're all due for a feed, so I'm going to give them a quick feed. Just a, there we go. Medium-sized superworm for each. Sorry guys, I know I'm burning through this, but there's a lot to get through. He's coming out for it. There we go. Now we got 2 of them. This guy's he's way down yonder. Way down yonder in the Chattahoochee. I think that's how it goes. But anyways, there's a look at them guys. Beautiful little blue feet. Got his food. Anyways guys, we'll move on. Okay, this is my beautiful Brachypelma auratum. This is a mature female. I just went blank. Mexican flame knee is the common name. I'm not too good with some of the common names. I mix them up. But anyways guys, she's absolutely stunning. There's her enclosure there. Just topped up her water. But yeah, she's doing great guys. Focus. Stunning tea though guys. Very, very nice. Anyways guys, we'll move on. Okay, this is Nandu Colorado Velocis, Brazilian black and white. This is a mature female. And she's a hairy beast. Yeah, that's her guys. There's her enclosure. Little hide, she's always out. Really, really like this tea. So I'm just going to top up her water while we're here. She'll probably go for it. Feeling for it. Ooh, ooh. Num nums. She's a pig. She's a piggy. She's really settled down though. Used to be very skittish and lots of hair kicking, but as you can see, she don't do that anymore. Not to say she won't, but since her last molt, she hasn't. Anyways, guys, on to the next. Right, this is Mini Zoo Tubes, Brachypalmeratum, Mexican flame knee, and he has been doing some decorating, or redecorating. He pulled his rose out, he pulled his leaf out, but I'm not going to bug him because I want to feed him. So we're going to throw him a quick super worm, guys. There you go. He just molted not long ago, so I like to beef them up after. He ate last week, but feed him again. Nice super worm. Anyways, guys, moving on. Alright, this is my beautiful Semmelpost Cambridgei Trinidad Chevron number 4, mature female. She has been paired with my male. And she's acting kind of funny. She's been digging down there. She's got this all dug out. So I'm hoping she's going to drop a sack and that's where she's going to hang out with it. But time will tell. But anyways, guys, there's a look at her and her enclosure. Alright, guys, moving on. Okay, this is Semmelpost Cambridgei Trinidad Chevron number 2, mature female. Another beautiful Semmelpost Cambridgei. I love me Cambridgeis. Anyways, guys, there's a look at her and her enclosure. She's doing great. She was also paired with my mature male. So, time will tell. Anyways, guys, there's a look at her. And on to the next. Alright, guys, this is Formictopus Cancerides Haitian Brown Bird Eater number 3. This is a mature female. And she's probably pushing 7.5 inches. She's a big girl. She looks small because this is a really large enclosure. Gave her a new water dish because she's big, and the little ones, they just dry up so quick. Anyways, there's a look at her and her enclosure. On the next. Guys, there's Formictopus Cancerides Haitian Brown Bird Eater number 4. This is also a mature female. She's just a little smaller, maybe about 7 inches. Smaller than the last one I showed you. She's doing great. There's a look at her enclosure. Lots of room. Got a little hidey hide down there. There she is. On to the next, guys. Okay, this is the enclosure to my Pamphobedius species. I'm not sure. Just a big, huge pamphel. Foot right there. No, that's not a foot. That's the enclosure. You see, there she is down there, guys. Very hard to get a look at her, but there she is. She's probably an good 8.5 inch. This is the largest tarantula in my collection right now. Won't focus, but there's a bit of a look at her, guys. On to the next. Okay, this is Brachypalma vagans. Number 1, Mexican red rump. This is an unsexed tarantula. I really should sex them because I have 2 of them anyways, so let's see what I have. Anyways, guys, there's a look at it. Just a basic setup for an enclosure. And he was out, he or she, but it darted into its hide there once I brought the enclosure down. Anyways, he or she's doing great, guys. On to the next. This is Brachypalma vagans Mexican red rump number 2. This is from the same egg sac as my other one. I got them both from Tarantula Canada. But he or she's in the same setup. Doing great. There we go. Alright, guys, moving on. Okay, this is a Canthoscira geniculata, Brazilian giant white knee, number 1. This is a confirmed female. She's probably about 3.5 inches, maybe 4. Well, maybe not quite 4, but she's getting there. I got this thing as a little second instar and just a great little T. Anyways, guys, I gotta top up its water. Should probably go for it. That's not too bad. She's all over the place. Anyways, guys, there's a good look at her. She's doing great. On to the next. And this is Brachypalma verdezi, Mexican rose gray. This one is unsexed, but it's probably about 3.5, 4 inches. Doing great. Nice little tease. Just topped up her water. Just a plain setup. I think I'm going to redo a lot of these enclosures and I like to do them up a little more. I used to have this all covered up, but the hide, I don't know if it's just from moving it because the substrate's so dry, it just falls all over the place. But here she's doing great, guys. This is Lasiodora parahybana, pink salmon bird eater number 2. I'm not sure the sex, but here she's doing great. I just topped up its water. It didn't budge, but then like a second later it lunged. Things got some crazy attitude. Anyways, guys, here she's doing great. We'll move on to the next. Okay, this is Lasiodora parahybana, pink salmon bird eater number 1. Here she just took off into its hide. Same setup as the other ones, just plain. Sorry about the focus there, guys. Top up its water. There it's good. Alright, guys, I feel like I'm burning through these guys, but there's so many to do. I'm trying to keep it around 30 seconds per tarantula. That way the video's not too long. Anyways, that's 30 seconds. On to the next. Alright, guys, there she is, Miss America. This is Taco. This is my female OBT, number 5. Got a big fat booty. I think she's in pre-molt. We're going to be going into pre-molt soon. Look at her enclosure. You've all seen it before in the feeding videos. She's a great feeder, great Weber, and she just has no fear. She just sits out, which is really nice for an OBT. 9 times out of 10 they just bolt. All my other ones do. Anyways, guys, here's a good look at Taco. We'll give her 35 seconds. That's 35. Okay, guys, on to the next. Alright, this is the enclosure to P. Moranus number 3, OBT, or orange baboon tarantula. Whatever you want to call it, they got so many names. But anyways, guys, here she's not out, but I'm going to tell you a quick story. I believe it was my number 2 is a male. He hooked out just well, within the week. And my 2 females, which is this one, I believe 3 and 4, they had just molted, and they're all tapping. They're all drumming to each other. So I'm going to try and pair them up. Give them another little bit of time. I fed them both earlier today, and you know, get those females nice and plump before he has a go at them. Anyways, guys, on to the next. This is P. Moranus number 4 enclosure. It also is hiding. There's no molt there, it's just all chewed up. But anyway, same as the last one. This is, I believe, is the female. I keep them all stacked on each other, so once I see the male out again, I will put a sticker or something on it to let me know that that's the enclosure, because they all look the same. But anyways, guys, that's it for that one. On to the next. It is the enclosure to P. muticus number 2, orange baboon tarantula, OBT, and I do believe this is the male that hooked out. So what I'm going to do is I'll put him in between these two, because the males and females, once they're mature, they release a pheromone, and that's how they know if another tarantula is around, of the same species that is. And that's when they start drumming and stuff, let each other know that they're nearby. Anyways, guys, on to the next. Okay, this is the enclosure to my H. spinifer, aka Asian forest scorpion. He is generally under here. There he is. Oh, I got some cleaning to do. Looks like he got a roach, which is good because he doesn't eat very often. Yeah, guys, there he is. Yeah, he's looking plump. Very skittish. Put this back down. Oh, where are you going? Where are you going? Clingety clang. Yeah, there he is, guys. He's doing great. He or she. On to the next. Guys, this is my Brachypalma unknown. I was talking to Jay Adams today on here and also on Facebook, and we were talking about you know, the hybrids that are out there, people hybriding the tarantulas, which is kind of unfortunate. But like I said before, I thought this might have been a Kallenbergie, but I'm not sure, and I keep repeating myself. But nonetheless, she is stunning. She is an absolute stunning tea. Beautiful. Anyways, guys, that's her and her enclosure. But yeah, she's doing good. And we'll move on to the next. Okay, this is the enclosure to Sarge, my Theraphosa sturmy, Burgundy Goliath. He's looking great. Most of you guys probably seen my last feeding video. He He was a trooper. He took down 4 superworms, large superworms too. But he's doing great, guys. I just topped his water up and he came running at it, as always. Anyways, guys, we'll move on to the next. Okay, this is the enclosure to my Theraphosa apophysis, Pinkfoot Goliath. This is a female. She's probably pushing 7 inches. Beautiful tea. I just sprayed her and Sarge down. As I'm doing this, I'm maintaining water and spraying down who needs to be sprayed as well. But yeah, she's doing great, guys. Still not sure about that color of her abdomen, but it's not so bad when the light's not on it, but when the light's on, it goes really blonde looking. Anyways, guys, there's a look at her, and we'll move on. Okay, guys, this is a Phonopelma simani, Costa Rican zebra number 2. I don't think this one made it on the feeding video because it didn't eat, but it just molted about a week prior. So, here she's doing great. I'm going to try it on a superworm. What it did on the video, or the feeding video. Didn't want much to do with it. Anyways, that's fine. I'll give him or her a little more time, and we'll move on to the next. Alright, this is a Phonopelma simani, Costa Rican zebra number 1. This is a confirmed female, and she's back there in her hide, so you can't really see her all that well, but you can see the difference in the colors. The other one is much more blue. They are both blue color forms, but she's doing great. I just sprayed her enclosure down. They like to be a little more humid, so I spray the outer area of the enclosure and her hide, and she has a dry spot there to hang out. But they go back and forth, moist to dry. Anyways, guys, on to the next. This is Firmictibus cancerides, Haitian brown bird eater number 2, unsexed, but it's probably about, I don't know, 4 inches. Crazy as all ever. Be cancerides for you. Anyways, guys, there's his or her enclosure, and we shall move on to the next. Alright, guys, down there with the old crusty molt is Firmictibus cancerides, Haitian brown bird eater number 1, unsexed. Same enclosure as the other one, and this one's just as angry. Anyways, guys, moving on. This is GBB number 2. Believe this is a confirmed female, but she's doing great. Here's her enclosure. I gotta give her a new water dish. For some reason, she funks hers up all around the edges. But yeah, lots of webbing. Stunning, stunning tea. Beautiful colors. Alright, guys, on to the next. Guys, this is the enclosure to my GBB number 1. There she is. This was sold to me as a confirmed female, but I'm not sure. I mean, I haven't sexed the molt, but it's awfully leggy. But anyways, we'll figure it out on a molt. She's finally starting to web up very nicely. You can see that. That's just the base of what's to come. She's got a bit of attitude. Some people say these are a beginner tea. I would say intermediate, just because they are so skittish. They tend to kick a lot of hairs, and they throw the odd threat posture at you. But they are still stunning teas. Very easy to keep, though. Maybe that's why they're in the beginners, because they like a bone dry, and they're great feeders. On to the next. Okay, this is one of the fan favorites. This is Maryland, my Brachypalma bomi, Mexican fireleg. Absolutely stunning tarantula. Great feeder when she's not in pre-molt. Yeah, guys, there's a look at her. She does a lot of rearranging in her cage. She had this the other day, dragging it around with her fangs. She's uprooted that, so I leave them in there because I think she likes to play with them. As crazy as that sounds. Anyways, on to the next, guys. This is a confirmed female Brachypalma avopilosum number 2, Honduran curly hair. Just look at her enclosure. She's got it all messed up as well, but it's mostly web, so that's fine. Anyways, guys, there's a look at her. She's absolutely stunning. Beautiful teas. I do recommend these as a first-time tarantula. A little skittish when they're babies, but as they get bigger, they mellow right out. Anyways, guys, on to the next. Alright, this is my communal setup of my NCs, Trinidad Olives. You guys seen my little, not so little, but my younger mature male earlier in the video. But these two males are always out. I feel they're getting very old. Very lean. He's missing a leg. Maybe missing more than one leg. Oh, he's missing two legs. Wow. Yeah, I just noticed that. I see them scampering around, but usually they take off. Yeah, he's missing two legs. So I don't know if the females had to go at him, or maybe he's going at that other male. You can see his tibial hooks there. His bulbous pedal palps. Yeah, he's missing holy legs. He's missing three legs. He's missing two on the left of the camera and one on the right. Oh boy, you're getting around there. There's the other one there. He looks like he's intact, meaning all his legs. Yeah, that's what happens. Yeah, it's not slowing him down. Anyways, guys, we'll move on to the next. Actually, I have two mature females in here too. But I'm trying to keep this video as short as possible, guys, and get all the teas, because I can't edit anything because, you know, I have to show everything. Anyways, on to the next. Alright, guys, in there is Brachypalma obopilosum number 1, enduring curly hair. This one molted a couple weeks ago. She hasn't fed for me yet, but I do remember last year when she molted. Almost took her a month to start feeding again. See, she went in here and she blocked herself off again. That's what she does. But she's still doing well. There's her enclosure. She's uprooted her plants as well. That's okay. On the next, guys. Alright, guys, this is Grammostola porteri number 2. This is the one that eats well for me. The other one not so well. But I have a surprise. I just had a look in her enclosure, and we'll get to her next. But anyways, just look at, I believe this is a female, but it's probably about 5 inches, doing very well, stunning little T. Anyways, guys, we'll move on to the next. Grooming, how cute. Oh, she stopped. Alright, guys, just down there is Grammostola porteri number 1. You can get a look at her. Kind of hard to see her down there, but check this out. There we go. She's molted. Sorry, guys. Oh, this is really bad camera work. There's her molt there. I just seen it as I was taking the other one down. She has not eaten in so long, but I just figured, you know what? Grammostolas porteris and roseas, they can tend to fast for a very long time. I wasn't concerned because she had good weight on her abdomen, but he or she has molted, so that's awesome. So hopefully we'll get him or her feeding again on the videos. Well, guys, that is it for the unplug my phone there. That's it for the tour. So we did all over here, all the way from here. We did all these guys. Sorry, my light just went out. We did all down here, down here, down here, down here. All these guys up here, up there, down there. And I still have a few enclosures down, but we did all here. And the Great Wall of Teas up there. The only thing I didn't show you guys is down here, and it's my Doobie Roach colony. They're my feeders, and down there is my breeders. So, anyways, guys, thank you so much. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I don't know how long it is, or it's going to be. I'm hoping it's under an hour so I can upload it in one shot. But I appreciate it, guys. You guys watching, you guys commenting, you guys liking, all that good stuff. And until next time, guys, you guys take care of each other, and have a good day and a good night, wherever you're at. Bye, guys.